This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of us watching Quirky Love Rosie, Spooky Edition. I almost forgot to do that. So, in case you were wondering, I had somebody ask, the hat is because it is Halloween season. Well, spooky season. So that's why. We'll be wearing this until November. I will stop around November 1st. Maybe. We'll talk about it. But until then, we get hats. I will eventually get my red hat put together, but all of my Halloween stuff's downstairs still. I know, I'm a terrible person. But anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss. We are here to discuss Quirky Love Rosie, who has been on a mysterious trip to Vegas. Very hush-hush. There may or may not be an NDA involved. Rosie's been real quiet. Rosie has been talking incessantly about her trip to Vegas, and I'll give her credit. She's been pretty good about not dropping too many hints as to why she's in Vegas, which has led to some interesting speculations as to why she's in Vegas. Apparently there's like a FatCon going on in Vegas right now. She says she's not going to that. I do believe her. But wouldn't it be hilarious if she did go? Now, whatever reason she is there for, that was a sentence, they are paying for her travel. They are giving her a per diem. They are paying for her room. So they are a large enough production that they can pay for all of this stuff for her. And that's usually not a small feat, right? And the other thing that we know, because she let it slip, is that this is an interview of some variety. So she has been interviewed for probably a podcast of some kind, probably about her history with feederism, because that's usually the only thing she gets interviewed about. So she's probably been on some kind of podcast where she's once again being able to put herself forward as some kind of like feederism expert escapee, oh my God, I've escaped feederism, when she's literally making feeder corn for her channel, while denying that she's doing it and accusing other creators of doing it when she's making the exact same content as the other creators who she's accusing of making feeder corn. There is literally no difference between her content and other channels' contents that she claims are creating feeder content, but Rosie's content is different. It's not. Anyway, so we're finally getting some vlogs that she's posting about her trip to Vegas. She did go live once while she was in Vegas. It was very clearly after whatever interview she had had. She'd had her makeup done by the people there. Her hair looked very nice. She was wearing a nice green dress. It looked very nice on her. She looked nice. No, I'm not going to slam her. She looked nice. Her hair looked nice. Her makeup looked nice. The green dress looked nice on her. And she was going out because she had some kind of meeting or something. I don't know. I think she was just actually leaving to go to record the content that she later has posted as her vlogs. Now, here's the thing I'll never understand about our girls when they go on vacation is it revolves around food, and it revolves around close-ups of their faces and very little of the actual places they're going to. Now, I will give it to Rosie. She at least leaves the hotel room. With Amber, when Amber traveled, we never left the hotel room. We just watched her shove food into her face. With Anna, however, Anna does leave. Anna does try to get around. She does try to show us stuff. It's mostly just shots of her walking in and out of the camera. But at least we get to, like, see some of the places she goes. Like, we at least get to see that she's in some other place, right? She's usually, like, very out of touch when she does it, but, at least she does it. Rosie is a little in between the two, so it's just interesting to me the way Rosie interprets the concept of a travel vlog, because that's what she's trying to create here, is a travel vlog style video. And it's just interesting to me how she interprets that compared to some of the other travel vlogs that I watch, because I do watch them. And I watch travel vloggers who eat. Like I watch, one of the channels I watch is Chubby Dumpling, and like his shtick is he eats. That's what he does. He goes to other countries and he spends like 24 hours eating at 7-Elevens or, 24 hours eating at all-you-can-eat buffets, and he shows you the food, but he also shows you around. He shows you the towns he's in, the areas he's in. He'll talk about the history of the areas he's in. A lot of times he'll talk about the food and the history of the food or the history of the restaurants he's eating at. He does his research and stuff. I mean, it's not like it's not like college level deep dives, but it's more information than just like, it's more than that. So it's kind of my point. But all right, let's just get into this. I'm going to have her sped up to time and a quarter. I think I've already sped her up because I've tried to do this at least twice now. Got her sped up. She did do a Let's Anxiously Pack for Vegas prequel blog. It's like 37 minutes long. We're not going to watch it, mainly because it's just her being super annoying about being over the top, and she's just packing snacks and shit into her backpack because God forbid she go anywhere without snacks. The other thing that she does is this here. I noticed throughout the video, she's got like that influencer ad going on up here where she's trying to advertise the various objects and food items that she's taking with her. There's no affiliate links from what I can tell down here. So there is her Amazon wish list. Not the same thing, but it's kind of like a placeholder sort of a thing. It's something that Amber, not this exactly, but it's something that Amber does where she tries to work in like an ad into her vlogs when she buys something or she tries something, and she's trying to act like an influencer and, oh, you guys, I like this product. Like I think she did it with paper. She's done it with a lot of things, but like paper towels, she's done it before. Oh, I really like these paper towels, you guys. Or she'll buy an item and she'll set it up. I think most recently that I can think of, and she's got a lot of stuff, but she set up her like dish draining tray, and she talks up the item, that kind of a thing. So it's just, she does that on top of this crap and just making everybody crazy with her packing. So there you go. I think she also discusses her hygiene habits or her plan for her hygiene habits on this trip, which are a little terrifying, to be perfectly frank with you, but not my choices, not the choices I would make. But I also don't have to worry about not fitting into the facilities. All right, we are just going to focus on the vlogs themselves. We're going to start with number one. I want to say there's 4 of these. I would really like to get through all of them in one sitting. I don't know if we will. But we will definitely try. And if that means we may have to cut some of her vlog out in order to do that, we might do it, because I seem to recall there's like dead space in these where it's she does this thing where she just kind of like stares at the camera sometimes. So we might end up cutting that out. But otherwise, we're just going to try to react to this. We're just going to try to go with this. I have a lot of things to say just about random shit in this, which is why I'm kind of like, I don't know if there's going to be much in the way of anthropology in this other than just me reacting to it. So those of you who are coming to this looking for that, unless it says anthropology or anthropologist in the title, it's just me reacting. So, all right. Have I explained everything? Why am I wearing the hat? Spooky season. We're reacting to her. She's sped up. So if she seems animated, it's just because I've sped her up. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you to my baby, little cat, who is ignoring me, as they do. All right, let's get started.
Hi friends, it is the morning of. I have my hair pulled back, and if you see white cast, it's because I did dry shampoo in it.
You're supposed to brush it after you do the dry shampoo, and it'll knock that white cast out. Because the shampoo's supposed to... Anyway. When I use dry shampoo, I put it on the scalp, not on the hair itself, but...
I just put alcohol and filed my nails, because I'm gonna try putting these on. I have 30 minutes till I need to leave for the airport.
I would not put fake nails on right before I leave for something like the airport, just because like banging them around and baggage and that kind of stuff. And she's using glue. I use a sticker, the press-on stickers. I think they're so much better for my nails. When I first started doing these, I used glue. You can't really see it because of the light. I need to fix on the lighting. Anyway, the point is, the glue pops off and it'll tear your nail up when it pops off. It'll literally tear your nail when it pops off. The stickers don't seem to do that, off for me anyway. Either way, I still wouldn't do it right before I leave because the chances of your nail popping off are incredibly high. You just smack it wrong and and then you're down a nail.
Hopefully this all goes well.
And I certainly wouldn't do it when I'm in a rush and I'm nervous. Like, I know 30 minutes is not that big of a rush, but she's already nervous. I'm a nervous traveler myself. This would not be the way I would choose to distract myself right before I leave, because you don't want your nails going on crooked, because then they look like shit. Then they look like poop. What's up, buddy?
I'm so nervous. I made some decisions because, yeah, I fucked up. I can't find any more bread. I thought we had more bread, so I can't make my own sandwich, and I don't have any, like, grab-and-go drink options in the house, so I'm just gonna hit up, Wendy's. These are pretty. I'm so anxious.
I don't get why. Okay, like, I have a new camera, so I'm still getting used to it, and I don't have the settings correct, I can tell. But, like, I don't get why her camera's... She looks like she's filming through a potato, and I know she has a better camera, so I don't get what's going on. Like, her sound is kind of crap, the video itself is kind of crap. Like, is this... Her lives don't look like this, or do they? And I'm just, like, having a moment. I don't know.
Y'all, like, I woke up this morning, and I shit you not, I, like, started gagging. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That passed a bit. I didn't even have to take Zofran yet. But I am glad I decided to pack it. Oh, come on. Don't get stuck. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring some nail glue in my suitcase. And I'm also going to pack the leftover nails in my suitcase. Ooh, pretty. That's tea.
Can't tell. She's having the same problem I am. Like, I'm too close to my light, I think.
I want to have fake nails for this. Oh, man. I'm terrified, bro. Like... fucking terrified. I wish I could talk more about the project itself, because, like...
Now it's a project. She starts off calling it a project in the first vlog. The most recent vlog, she called it an interview. So I'm interested to see what it's going to be.
I just wish I was in a different place in life. Like, I wish I had been able to make different decisions getting up to this moment. In some ways. But everything happens for a reason, and I know... like, you know...
That right there is the other reason I quit using glue. Because then you've got that residue on your fingers. And yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. It's very messy.
I have some plans and ideas for, like, my upcoming life. No! No, 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 no. Ow, that hurt. Okay.
And that's the other reason I quit using the glue. I just don't think the glue's the best.
Ow. Ow, ow. Ow. Okay, let's try it again.
Look, man, the struggle is real, okay? I'm not coming for these nails. It's... If you've never done the press-on nails, they are a pain in the ass. And I don't like the glue for this exact reason.
I'm really not great at press-ons, by the way, in case you can't tell.
The glue sucks.
I hate this glue bottle, though. Okay, let's try that again. I'm just so scared. So, I'm gonna focus. I think on doing this. Maybe watch something on my phone. I'll pop back in with the end results at some point. So far, I'm not doing super hot on the whole, like, let's try to be frugal front. My bad. But I'm not gonna spend, like, a fuck ton of money or anything like that, so. And I don't know if I said this. I offered my brother Wendy's because he's driving me, and he's gonna pick me up when I get home, which is gonna save me, good amount on the Uber costs, which I know would be,
She is using way too much glue, by the way. I think she's using way too much glue. Let me put it that way. You don't really need a ton of glue. And if you put the glue on your nail instead of the nail, the plastic nail, it helps a little bit more because your nail is where you want it to stick. So if you put the glue on your nail and then put the nail on top, instead of like coating the entire nail itself with the glue and then trying to stick it on. It's just, I don't use the glue anymore, but when I did, that's how I would do it. But like I said, I quit using the glue.
Reimbursed, but I still have to, well, I'd still have to like, well, I guess I don't have to pay up front for them anymore because they gave me a voucher, but I'd rather use those vouchers while I'm in Vegas. So I'm currently waiting in line to board. I got
God, I hate when people use this fucking...
just in time. We're boarding in like 5 minutes.
Also, just to give you a heads up, aircraft hold 175. 94 of you checking in. So lots of open seats there, guys. So
Lots of open seats.
Pick up when you get on board.
Cool.
We ask you guys to kind of zone out a little bit.
Awesome. So we're gonna have tons of room. So I got my 2 tickets, and
You probably shouldn't have like flashed that ticket. I'm just saying, it's gonna kill me to watch. In case anybody ever wonders, this is what my migraine looks like. When I have a migraine, this is what it looks like. This is how my vision goes. It sucks, and sometimes just seeing this shit can trigger my migraine. It's really weird. So this is why I fucking hate when people use this, because it literally can cause me to have a migraine. I don't know why. If I knew that, I wouldn't have migraines. But anyway, it's also like the most popular fuzz out that people use. I don't know why, but I can't get mad at people for using it. I just fucking hate it. I just hate it. Everybody uses it. Alexander Rodriguez is using it. A lot of people use it. Like I said, it's the most popular when people use it. I fucking hate it.
I am super excited and super nervous. I didn't buy anything at the airport. I'm just, because this for one first flight's like an hour long, and then the next flight is gonna be like 3 or so hours. So I'm gonna buy something to drink in the next airport, and if I get hungry, I've got plenty of food with me. And then yeah.
Why are her flights so long? She's just flying from Florida to Las Vegas. Is it really 4 hours total? Like if she were to take a direct flight, which she's not, she's got a layover wherever the hell she's going. If she were to take a direct flight from Florida to Nevada, is that a 4-hour flight? Is it? That feels right, I guess. I feel like it's like 4 hours to get from coast to coast, right? I am geographically challenged if y'all haven't figured that out yet.
The only money I've spent besides the Wendy's today is I tipped the guy who wheeled me here
Okay.
$10 because
Here's the thing. This is something that's, I forget whose live I was watching it in. It was either Scar Letters or Aren't You Exhausted's, but I don't remember which one of them said it, so I'm just going to mention both of them. One of them pointed out that her using the wheelchair assistance, like I think she mentioned she was going to order it in one of her lives leading up to this, but her using the wheelchair assistance isn't terribly surprising. And again, I think she mentioned she was going to do it, but Rosie can walk. Like, we know she can walk. We've seen her do it. She used to vlog herself walking all over the damn place. Like, she used to not travel, but she used to get out. She used to walk the mall. She used to walk around this park that she would go to. It was a really pretty park. She used to do all kinds of stuff outside of the house. Like, she used to do DoorDash delivery, you know, so she can walk, and she can walk distances. I won't say she can walk fast, right? So if she was changing gates, I wouldn't expect her to like hustle. But if she got there with enough time, there's no reason why she couldn't walk from the doors of the airport to her gate. Like, there's no reason why she couldn't do that. But all of her recent content that she's been doing with her lives, she just sits in this one, it's not even a wheelchair, it's just like an office chair, like a rolly office chair. And that's all she does. She just sits in that chair and rolls around her kitchen, and she cooks and eats in front of the camera. The problem that I think, since it was pointed out in these lives, I think the problem is that she's had muscle atrophy, because she is capable of carrying her own weight. But as was pointed out with this wheelchair assistance thing here, muscle atrophy is a thing. And because Rosie doesn't walk as much as she used to, her muscles have atrophied. And so she can't carry herself. She can't walk between, you know, the airport and the gate. I don't know how far of a distance that is, but I mean, I know if I were to fly, I wouldn't get wheelchair assistance. I mean, I don't need it. Why would I get it? I don't know. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is I don't really feel like Rosie needed it either. But, you know, not my decision to make. And whatever. If she wants to pay for it and they'll let her have it, you know, whatever.
He deserves it. But yeah. Okay, so we're currently like been sitting on the plane for almost 30 minutes, and basically the dispatch computer in Dallas went down. I don't know. Oh, there's stuff on my glasses. Love that for me. Oh, what got on my glasses? Ew. Anyway, so my layover thankfully is like an hour and a half to almost 2 hours, so I should be okay. I'm just right now they're saying everybody's connections are fine. We're just sitting around waiting at this point. Oh, I already. Hasn't even been a few hours. I must have not dried my nails out enough. Yeah, that's annoying.
That's why I don't like it. Pops right off.
But yeah, there's been a travel delay. And, say la vie.
C'est la vie. Say hey, airplanes. This is around the point where I'll black out when I fly. Yep. Now I'm fine. Usually. Clouds. And we're flying. And we're flying. And we're watching Rosie eat snacks and drink. And we're flying. That's pretty. And we're landing.
Oh, I can see this.
Are we landing in Vegas? Or are we landing in the layover? Where was her layover? I forget.
Yeah. I'm not gonna waste the money on it, but there is a Kylie Jenner makeup vending machine.
I am that guy. Vending machines fascinate me. I might possibly buy something out of that vending machine just because I could. I don't particularly like Kylie Jenner. I don't know anything about, really, I don't really know much about her other than she's one of the Kardashians. Yes? And she has a makeup line. Now you know everything I know. She's like the youngest one? Something like that? I don't remember. Anyway, I would buy it just because it's in the vending machine. Just the novelty of it. That's pretty much it. Would not be buying the Pokemon thing, though. I don't... The makeup I would use. The Pokemon stuff, not so much.
That's cool. Like, I don't need it, but I was just like, oh, you can see he's taking pictures too. I just realized this is like a Pokemon vending machine. Oh, my brother would eat. Hello, baby. Okay. Oh my god. Crazy.
She's being wheeled around again. You can buy flowers. Maybe I'd buy flowers. Nah, I'd buy the makeup just for the fun of it.
Okay, let's
Okay, that must have been Vegas she landed in then.
check out the room. Cute. That's on the lights. Aw. That's cute.
I've been in a lot of hotels. I don't know how I feel about it, having my name on it when I get into the room. It kind of creeps me out. I say, who has ChatGPT on my phone. I don't like when the television knows my name. The AI knowing it. That doesn't bother me. How dare the television address me?
So,
Anyway.
they have this, like, fancy sliding door.
Hiltons are nice. I've been in a couple. Not any time recently, but...
This is like a pretty standard Hilton.
It's yeah, I mean, she's got one of the handicap bathrooms, or one of the handicap, rooms, so...
Ooh. Love the shower.
I would hope.
Perfect. Hell yeah. Oh, I didn't even need to get makeup remover wipes. Ugh. So yeah, I've used that shampoo before. I really like it. Can you guys look at me? I'm exhausted. I feel like I got run over by a truck. Alright, let's get
The first thing I do whenever I have long travel days, even if I'm driving, the first thing I do is take a shower as soon as I get in. Because you just want to wash the road off of you, you know. It doesn't even matter if you're actually like dirty or not. That's something about taking a shower as soon as you get wherever the fuck you're going. It just like resets everything. I don't know. I can't function. Like I can sit there and sit and be a zombie, but like I need to take a shower when I have like long travel, and I just want to get like, it's not even that I want to be clean. I just want to like reset. So I don't know. That's just always been my thing.
Like, so
Like I don't know how you function without getting. I don't know how you function without washing the travel off of you when it's like a really long travel like this. An hour, it's not that big of a deal. An hour or two, not that huge of a deal. But like she's been in an airplane for like 4 hours at this point, plus her layover. I don't know how long the layover was. I think she said it was like 2 hours the layover. It's just like, ugh. Think of how dirty that air's been. Don't you want to wash that off you? And she wasn't clean when she got on the plane.
up. Oh my god. I am officially in the hotel. I have my sleeping bed and my bullshit bed. So my suitcase is on the bullshit bed. I saw a TikTok the other day somebody who was in a hotel by themselves, and she was like, "This is my sleeping bed and this is my eating bed," and like low key, that's what's gonna happen here.
Eating bed. When I would work, they would book us rooms, not in nice places like this, but they would book us rooms, and there was sometimes you'd get rooms with twins with double beds, and they would take up all the space in the room because there's 2 beds in the room, right? So you would have to basically separate the beds out. So you'd pick the bed you were going to sleep in, and then you put all your gear and shit on the other bed. So I understand what she's saying here. So there's like the bed that you sleep in, and then there's the bed that's like the catch-all bed. You don't put your dirty crap on it, and I wouldn't eat on it. I never ate on the bed. That'd be weird because there's always like a desk. I think she's even walked past it. There's like a little desk. Why wouldn't you want to sit at a table to eat? I don't understand. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Like I kind of understand what she's saying here, but again, you don't want to eat in the bed because what happens if your food gets in the bed? Then you got to sleep in it. Oh. And you don't want to get food on the other bed because that's where all your shit is. That's where all your stuff is.
I'll be over here when I'm eating so I can keep this bed clean.
But there's a desk. Just eat at the desk. Every room, even the cheapest hotel rooms I've been in, have had a desk.
If I'm even eating in the room, well, I probably will tonight. I'm just gonna figure out what I'm doing for dinner while I'm in the pool because it's 8:30 p.m. Vegas time. I landed around 7. I have no idea how it took me an hour and a half. I think it's just a chaos and everything. And anyway, I am drained, so I'm gonna go get in the pool and just like relax and stretch a bit because I had some major pain flare shit go down the second leg of the trip. And
I guess I'm not coming for her or anything. I guess I've just never noticed how uneven she is. Like right now, the way she's standing, like this arm of hers, she can't put it down her side because she's got this ball of skin. So like she has to have her arm like this. Like she can't put her arm any further down than this. Like her arm is just always hanging off like that. How like this is neutral for her. This is her neutral position. And that's just, how uncomfortable must that be to just always, your arm is just always out at an angle. And it looks like this arm is like permanently behind her. Like it's permanently rolled behind her. Or maybe it's just how she's got it this time because it looks like it's got possibly the same problem. Like if she had that, if she had her bingo wing, if she had that under her arm the same way, like her neutral position would be like this. Like she wouldn't be able, literally, she couldn't put her arms down to her side. That just seems really uncomfortable. I've never noticed that she can't do that. Like, that's a big gap between your side and your arm to have. That's almost like, what is that, 45 degrees? Something like that. Anyway, this looks uncomfortable to me.
I did end up tipping another $10 because I really needed the wheelchair assistant that time. So I am tired, which means hopefully I'll sleep good tonight.
$7 for Smart Water. Jiminy Christmas. Smart Water's like $2 at the Wawa.
I just have to make sure I don't drink anything caffeinated from here on out. They gave me a couple waters.
You sure they didn't charge you for it?
And I just filled the ice bucket, so I'll let that thaw, so I'll have some ice water in there too. Oh, and then I get to wear this downstairs. Quite excited to wear this. This is my pool cover-up. Cute, fun, fresh. It's adorable. Love it. Okay. I don't want to waste any more pool time, so I'm just gonna bring my phone on the tripod. I'm not gonna bring a light because that's obnoxious. I might vlog in the pool if there's no one there and talk a bit more, but your girl needs to go. Bye.
I have heard through the grapevine, take that how you will, that she is free bleeding while she's swimming. And if that's true, that's nasty. I think that's gross. I'm sorry. I think that's disgusting. You want to free bleed, that's on you, but I don't think you should do that in the pool. I know there's some like myth that if you get into water, your flow will stop. It doesn't. That's not true. It just dilutes. And also, I don't believe she's a light bleeder. I know we're having a wonderful discussion over here. The point is, I just think it's gross. I understand that people do all kinds of gross shit in these pools. So that's like, I don't know, maybe the least of it, but still. Maybe don't contribute to the problem. I don't know. Otherwise, I think it's a nice pool. I mean, got a cute little waterfall going on. She's fortunate to be in there without kids in it. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's because it's Vegas and they just, they have the pool open all the time. That'd be kind of nice. I fucking hate going to hotels and you can't get into the pool because because all these fucking kids are in the pool. It's like, Jesus, adult swim. God. Yeah.
I have the entire pool to myself.
Yay.
Not a soul is here.
We might skip this part because nothing's going on.
I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't think it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna be important. And I love that no one has figured it out yet.
I can't wait, honestly, to find out what she's doing, because the way she's playing it up, she's like curing cancer. She's curing world hunger. So I can't wait to find out what it is, because I suspect what it is another, this is my suspicion. I suspect it's just another interview on a larger podcast or, you know, some kind of broadcast where she's going to be talking about being fat and escaping feederism. To which I point out again, she hasn't escaped feederism. She's just stopped calling it that. And she's no longer part of the online feederism community because she's basically been run out of it. So, okay. Whatever. But that's what I suspect she's out there for, is some kind of recording for that. Because there's some finances behind it, because again, they paid for her to be there. They're paying for a room. The Hilton's not like the bougiest of places, but it's not a bad place to stay. So they're paying for her Hilton stay. They're paying for her breakfast. That's one thing about the Hiltons. They make you pay for your breakfast. So they've given her breakfast vouchers. So they've prepaid for her breakfasts. And then they've given her travel vouchers to get around in Vegas on. You know, they're reimbursing her for some stuff. that was unforeseen. So they've got a budget. And then when she goes to the interview, they have someone on staff who's doing hair and makeup. And again, this doesn't mean that they have to be like a multi-million-dollar production. They just have a budget. You know, they have money to throw at this kind of stuff, which means they could be like a medium-sized podcast, you know, just a well-known medium-sized podcast or, you know, broadcast show or what have you. But they do have money, right? Which means they are somewhat successful, one would assume. So I suspect it's just going to be something like that. So I can't wait to see what it is, because I can't wait to see what the bullshit's going to be on this one. Because every time she goes on one of these shows, she is kind of insufferable to listen to. She kind of morphs the tale. She's like all of the other girls. She morphs the tale around to make herself sound like the biggest victim, but also the greatest hero. So that'll be interesting to hear. And I mean, she can talk about how she doesn't do feeder content anymore all she wants, but she does, and it's been demonstrated that she does. And I mean, we can make that argument with the upcoming videos we're gonna watch with her in Vegas. So, and as far as like her being a success story of escaping feederism and all that, like, she was down somewhere around 100 pounds last year before all of this shit started. And now she's not only back up, but past that point. I'm just curious to see what show she's on and how they're going to spin this, because I'm interested to see the bullshit, I guess is where I'm going with that.
So I'm gonna go relax and enjoy the pool.
I could be wrong too. Maybe they're doing something completely different. Maybe she's on some kind of like dating show. I don't know.
So I've got like an hour of pool time before pool time's up. And I was like, okay, well, because I told you guys, like, originally I wanted to try out Whataburger. Well, I'm looking and I'm like, look at the menu and I'm like.
Because the thing I think of when I go to Vegas is Whataburger.
I feel like there's a lot missing here. And because I've heard like one of the must tries is the Dr. Pepper float. And I was like, well, maybe I can get a small one because I just want to try it. I've heard about it for years.
You know what's in a Dr. Pepper float? Ice cream and Dr. Pepper. There you go. Made it for you. Just go to the store, buy some vanilla ice cream, some Dr. Pepper. Unless they're putting like crack in it as well. It's just Dr. Pepper and ice cream. Good job. You're going to pay them how much to make that for you?
Nothing like that. There was like this weird issue in the app when I was trying to add like a chicken tender meal, where it like wouldn't let me continue. And I was just like, let me try something. So I downloaded the Whataburger app and made an account real quick. And I was like, oh, there's way, like there's not even half of the menu on DoorDash. So fuck that. I did see there's a Cheesecake Factory nearby, and I haven't had Cheesecake Factory in forever.
You are in Vegas. There has got to be better things to eat in Las Vegas than Whataburger and Cheesecake Factory. But here's the start of one of the things that fascinates me about when our girls travel. It's about the food. We're talking about food before we talk about anything else. She's in Vegas. She's not talking about going to the Strip. She's not talking about going to, what, the Bellagio? Is that Bellagio? Whatever, the fucking casinos. She's not talking about going to go see any of the shows. She's not talking about any of the landmarks. She's not even talking about the thing that she's there to do. She's talking about the food. And that's all she's talked about gearing up to this, is what kind of food she's going to eat while she's in Vegas. Right? And then she gets here and the food she's talking about eating is like pedestrian. Whataburger, Cheesecake Factory. She eventually finds like, and no shade to like whatever buffet she ends up going to, but it's just a Chinese buffet. Like, it's literal, there's nothing special about it. You can get the exact same food at any Chinese buffet. If you live close to one, they probably have the same fucking food at your Chinese buffet that they had at this one. But even then, All she has talked about leading up to this Vegas trip is what food she's going to pack with her, what snacks she's going to eat, and what food she's going to eat when she gets to Vegas. Like, that's it. It's just food.
And I have a $25 credit, so I might do that. I don't know. I'm gonna scroll around for a minute and see if there's anything cool. That is like the 10th helicopter. I don't know what that means, but there's just like lots of helicopters flying over us right now. I don't know. Anyway.
Aliens. They're coming to get you, Rosie. Just like when you were in your pool back at home. There's a beaker. They planted a thing in the back of your head. They're tracking you. They're tracking you so they know where you're at all times. They're gonna get you. Coming to get you.
Anyway, but so no Whataburger tonight. So I just wanted to show you guys what I ordered for my first dinner in Vegas. I ended up choosing Lazy Dog Bar. The food,
I mean, at least it wasn't Whataburger.
looked really good, and I was just kind of cruising around, and I wanted to try something like I've never had before, and like items I've never had before. So I don't even normally like deviled eggs, but I was so intrigued by these crispy deviled eggs. I must try them.
They look like Scotch eggs. I don't know how you fry a hard-boiled egg without putting it 750 calories. Jeez. You know, an egg's only 70 calories, right? Wow. I mean, it kind of has the calorie count of a Scotch egg.
I got them. I got some Brussels sprouts for, health. so healthy. You can tell all the health all over those Brussels
470 calories for these Brussels sprouts.
sprouts. But they're going to taste delicious. And then I got barbecue bison meatloaf. So this is meatloaf made out of bison. And there's like string onions. Editing Rosie, look up what you ordered, bitch, and describe it, because I don't know what's fucking happening here. There's onions and mashed potatoes.
I love how they always make things sound bougier than they are. All natural Durham ranch grass raised Wyoming bison. Could you cram a few more words, a few more adjectives on in front of the word bison? It's ground bison. All right. Smoked bacon, red skinned potato mash. Because sauteed spinach and haystack onions. String onions, deep fried string onions. Funyuns. That's not Funyuns. What are those fucking things? Anyway, the things you put on a green bean casserole at Thanksgiving time. I was just saying, I love how like you sprinkle it with money and it tastes better. This is so bougie. For no reason. The picture looks nice, I guess. It looks better than what she got. So there's that. They didn't describe the apparent gravy that they're going to drown this thing in. 1,200 calories.
And this looks like something to taste good. I thought I got the version without ice cream because I don't want ice cream. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an apple huckleberry pie. For dessert.
Where are the huckleberries? Wild huckleberries. There's no other kind. Cinnamon apples, salted caramel sauce. Served warm with a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream and a hand-folded sugar pie crust. As opposed to... Sorry, I'm being a bitch.
So I don't know if I'm gonna finish all this or not, but I wanted to try everything. I got a $25 off credit that I was saving for like a bougie meal like this. So this without the credit would have been like over $60, but with the credit it was a little more reasonable.
I mean, I guess it's cool that she's keeping the... If you're interested, I guess it's cool that she's keeping the amount that she's spending on the trip, a running total for that. So I think that's kind of cool. Keep in mind that like everything is like her travel expenses have all been paid for. So
Reasonable for what I got.
if you're watching this and you're like, oh wow, she's traveling to Vegas for only like under $100. No, The other thing to keep in mind is like the bigger chunk of this has all been food. Like the majority of this money that she has spent has been food. There was the Wendy's, now there's this. You know, even tipping her, even with tips for her wheelchair, getting pushed around in the wheelchair in the airports, the majority of this near $100 has been food.
Let's try it. I look like hell. Don't mind me. I want to try. I'm so curious. I'm so curious about this.
Something that got pointed out when I was watching, again, I think it was Scar. Pretty sure it was Scar. Maybe it was somebody else completely different. How many people have I been watching? Jesus. This one that she's going to eat, this egg she's getting ready to eat. I know, spoilers. She did this twice. There are 2 different versions of this. I want to see if I can find... Let me see if I can find the Instagram version of this. All right, well, I went to Instagram, and it must have been an Instagram story that she had because I can't find it. But there's when she posted the Instagram story for this... Whoop, there we go. So it must have been an Instagram story that she had because when I went to go find it, it's not there anymore. But she posted an Instagram story of herself trying these eggs, and it is different than this version that's in her video. And I can't remember who it was, and if I do find it, which I probably won't, but the 2 versions are different. The angle of the video is different. In the story version on her Instagram, she moans, she gets the food dribbling, you know, she does the feeder thing. In this one, I think it's a little toned down.
So there's a little piece of bacon on top, deep fried egg white with a deviled egg mix and paprika on top. So I want to get the bacon in the bite. Let me try it.
Okay.
There is something in this. I think it might be the bacon.
So one of the things that she does throughout these vlogs is that she covers up her mouth sometimes, because Rosie has, like I have been doing, Rosie has been accused of making feeder stuff. So I guess what she's trying to not do, or trying to like pretend like she's not doing, is, I guess this is her way of being like, no, it's not feeder stuff, you guys, because I cover my mouth. But no. Anyway, so maybe it's the same one. She just leaves all of the moaning and the groaning and the food dribbling for the Instagram story because she knows those stories vanish after 24 hours. And in the video, she's put this weird animation over her face while she's talking with food in her mouth. So Rosie does not mind talking with food in her mouth. She does not mind chewing loudly on camera if you watch any of her lives. So I don't know why she's bothering to do it in her vlog. I don't know why. Do keep in mind that none of this is age restricted. So
That makes it. I think something in the seasonings. That is so good. Holy crap. Bro, what the fuck? That's one of the best things I've ever eaten. What is happening? Excuse the angle. I'm exhausted. I don't care. I'm just gonna do a quick little taste test. And I'm gonna eat my food and go the fuck to sleep because I have an early morning.
I find it interesting that in the vlogs, she doesn't take the time to eat all of the food on camera, because in her lives, she does. She'll eat the entire meal on camera. In her vlog, thankfully, she cuts most of it out. And I will cut most of her chewing and eating out as well because I think it's gross. But it is interesting to me that she does, for the vlogs, chop it out. And the reason why I find it interesting is because it's not like these vlogs are not on the exact same channel as her lives. So it's not like you couldn't watch these and then also watch her lives. And the content is different enough that if you only watch the vlogs, you wouldn't understand what people are complaining about unless you watch the lives, and then you understand. But the person she's portraying in these vlogs is completely different than the person she is in her lives. I don't know why she bothers, because it's so easy to just stay on her channel and watch her own content to see that this is different. like radically different. So it's like you don't even have to deep dive to see that this is completely different behavior for her. You just have to go watch her other content under the live tab versus the video tab.
And I haven't eaten anything since the plain snacks and the
Wendy's, the plain snacks and the Wendy's, and the food that you ate when you landed in Vegas.
double stack that I had in my backpack.
So you snacked when you landed, you snacked on the plane, and you had the double stack when you were waiting for the plane. So you've had at least one meal and 2 snacks. I don't know what time it is. I mean, I guess there was a huge gap there somewhere. I guess. So yeah, I can see how you're hungry, but don't say, oh, I haven't eaten all day. You had breakfast and you had 2 snacks. That's eating. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem the girls have. They clearly do not count snacking as eating. Like those don't count. Snacks don't count at all, regardless of how many calories those may be. And if there's enough time in between meals, then they haven't eaten all day. You ate breakfast and you ate a double stack from Hardee's or Wendy's. Those things are not light on calories. Okay? Just saying.
Update, I'm really not a fan of bison. The first like 1 or 2 bites were fine, but I think it was like a sensory thing. Like the flavor profile of it was really just like overstimulating the fuck out of me, and I really just wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
If I liked bison, I think this would be very good, but I don't like bison. So noted. I wanted to explore out of my comfort zone. This was really good. I just made sure to eat all the spinach out of it. I just obliterated the crispy deviled eggs, and I ate all
Wow, you ate all of the fried food? Interesting.
of the Brussels sprouts minus the capers.
Capers are the best part.
I just heated this up, so I want to try that for dessert. I'm gonna throw out the ice cream because, like I said, I don't want it. I don't even know if I'm gonna save this. I tried eating a little bit of this with some of the dressing, but then this tasted unwashed.
Quote.
I was like, ugh, I don't like that. So, like, it doesn't come with a dressing. I think it's just for, like, decoration, which is dumb because that's a decent lettuce thing. And, like, when I'm traveling, I do try to eat vegetables. Like, you know, keep the vitamin and nutrients going. This smells divine.
When I travel, I try to eat fruits and vegetables. Because when I'm at home, fuck it. How often do you travel, Rosie? This is the only time I've ever seen you travel. In the, year now that over a year that I've been reacting to you? This is the first time I've seen you travel, like, go anywhere further than, like, DoorDash. So, you only eat vegetables, like, once every few years?
Like, it smells so good. So, it's apple and huckleberry.
I mean, I would hope that a fried crispy pastry full of sugary goopy apple slices with what are effectively like kind of bolder blueberries. Huckleberries are hard to describe if you haven't had them before. I would hope something that's basically just sugary goop inside of a buttery sugary crust would smell good.
Which I'm like, I don't even know what huckleberry tastes like.
It's hard to describe if you haven't had it before. There's the dopamine hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna obliterate this. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish my pie, and I'm going to go 90.
Why? Why are we this close to your fucking face?
Tomorrow's
Why are we this close to your face?
a big day. There might be a big time.
I'm like half tempted to like grab my camera and prove it right here to my face. So you guys have to like watch me like this the rest of the fucking video.
Jump in between now and then. Maybe I'll check it in the morning. We'll see.
Rosie, where in your head was this a good idea? Like, you've already been filming at like the worst angle, period. Like, no one looks good at that angle, period. I don't care how big, how small you are. No one looks good at that angle, right? It's like the worst angle to film from. The second worst being like immediately underneath your chin, right? So you're already filming from like shit angles to begin with. The only thing those angles are really good for is making yourself look bigger. And I think it was Weird Wicked Wednesday. Oh, maybe it was Weird Wicked Wednesday that was pointing out about the two egg videos. Anyway, Weird Wicked Wednesday put out a video talking about Anna and Anna playing into the giantism fetish, not like physical giantism, but like you have to go watch the video. Anyhow, but one of the ways that people play into it, like actual human beings, is camera angles. And this is kind of one of those ways, whether you hold the camera at angles that cause you to look bigger than you are, or cause the viewer to feel smaller than they are, right? Those are the only reasons that you would want to use those angles, because this is not flattering. I get that she's tired and all that shit, but even tired, people don't want to look like this. She can just lift the phone up or just keep it here. She's filming on her phone. This is the same amount of effort as this. And it's not even just this, it's this. So that all we can see is like her fucking nose and her eye. Like all we can see is from this up. Why? Why are you doing this? What is the point behind this? This is intentional. So what is the point?
See, it's going to depend on a lot of factors, but I'm going to have to be hush-hush about tomorrow regardless.
We get to see the crumbs all over her face from her food.
And, yeah.
Thanks, Rosie. You couldn't have wiped your face before you decided to zoom in all the way so I can see every fucking pore on your face? What was the point? This is weird.
I just wanted to share a little taste test moment with y'all.
Thank you. I have been edumacated. My life has been enriched.
Because, it's fun to try new foods and all that jazz. So, yeah, I'll see y'all around.
So that was day one of Rosie's trip to Vegas. It consisted of travel, understandable, and food. That was it. And the pool, I guess. We didn't get like a room. We got a little bit of a room tour. We didn't get a hotel tour. We didn't get a, hey, look where I'm at. We didn't even get to see outside. Like, she's posting these after she's home, I believe. So it's not like she had to worry about getting doxxed or anything while she was at her hotel room. Because like a smart person, she posted these after she got home, right? So she could have shown us around while she was in Vegas. It's not like we don't know where Vegas is. And she's at a Hilton. It's not that hard to find the Hilton in Vegas. So, but she doesn't. She just immediately starts talking about and then eating the food. Like, how much of this vlog was the food? So out of a 22-minute video, 13 minutes of it, no, that would be, yeah, 12 to 13 minutes of it was food. Was her eating specifically, right? So the first 13 minutes of this vlog was her traveling, and the last 11 minutes of it was her eating. That was her vlog. That's her first day in Vegas. I get wanting to talk about maybe what you got, maybe even show the dishes, take a picture, be like, ooh, look at all the food we got. I don't need to see you eating it. I sure as fuck don't need to listen to your jaw popping while you eat it. I didn't need the close-up of your face with your fucking crumbs all over it from the food that you just ate. Like, what was the point of all of that? That was so weird. It does kind of play into Weird Wicked Wednesday's theory on the girls playing into the giantism fetish along with feederism. And it kind of clocks with that one clocks for Rosie with me a little bit more, because Rosie's already been part of one fetish community. So her playing into a second fetish community, or even these two communities being adjacent to each other, maybe she's always played into both of them, that honestly clocks for me, because Rosie knows about these things. Rosie knows how these things work. If you ask her about it, she could probably wax poetic about it for like 20, 30 minutes inappropriately while children are watching because she doesn't age restrict her content. Anyway, so her doing that is very possible to me, very plausible to me, more plausible than any of the other girls, because I just don't think the other girls are really aware of it, especially Anna. I just think Anna's a little too oblivious for it, but you know. Anyway, that's Anna. That's Quirky's first day in Vegas. I guess we're not getting through more than one video, so I guess we're gonna go watch the next video. And yeah, so if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put an airplane down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are your comments along the way? Go ahead and leave a timestamp if it's something specific within the video so that I can remember what we're talking about. And yeah. And we're going to work on the camera quality because I'm noticing it and it bothers me. But thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And oh, easy bubby. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.